The newspaper called it a ritual sacrifice plague. What actually happened was one family, one farmhouse, one little girl. They just wanted a fresh start, then Cindy started sleepwalking. Nobody could explain why. Something takes her over completely. "Leave my family alone," Roger screams. It's been waiting since 1863. This isn't fiction. The Perrin family, the Warren family, both real. If you want to see exactly how far this went, stick around, the full story's next. Two nurses sit before a packed lecture hall, uneasy. Ed Warren wants the whole story from the beginning. Behind him a screen reads, "Seekers of the Supernatural." The room stays quiet. Somewhere back home, a porcelain doll is waiting for them. One eye open, watching. Someone in the crowd mutters the word everyone's thinking. Crazy. Ed doesn't argue. He's heard it before. It starts small. A note taped to the apartment door, "We love you." Then another. Then a third, this one asking for help in handwriting neither roommate remembers writing. The doll keeps changing rooms on its own. They lock it away and somehow it gets back out. "That's exactly what we thought," one of them says now looking back. And all of this is what convinced them the doll itself was possessed. "We don't know what's happening or what to do," they told the Warrens. "Can you help us?" Through her, the spirit had already fooled them. It was never the doll doing the moving. It never is. So what is a demonic spirit? Something inhuman, Ed says, never human to begin with, manipulative, patient. It doesn't need to break down a door, it just needs an invitation. Demonic spirits possess people, Ed tells the room, never things. The nurses hand the doll over that week. It goes into a case behind glass in a room the Warrens keep locked. Somewhere safe, they call it. Roger Perrin parks the moving truck outside a farmhouse nobody's checked the history on. 5 girls spill out before the engine even stops. "Come on, April," Mom wants everyone inside. April wanders off anyway toward an old tree with something strange tied to its branches. Nobody stops her. They don't know this house yet, someone says. They're going to get hurt. Nobody takes it literally. Not yet. That first night the girls play a game in the dark, clap twice, and somebody finds you by sound alone. Where do I hide? 7, 8, 9, 10. It's just a game until Roger notices something behind a wall, a door, boarded shut from the outside. Nobody boards up their own basement. "Fine, Christine, it was you." "No, it wasn't." He pries it open anyway, and the girls crowd in behind him, all wanting a look. "I want to see you move." Everyone wants to see. Why would they cover it? Nobody knows. Roger holds up a candle and goes down first, alone, while his daughters wait at the top of the stairs. Whatever's down there, he finds it before they do. "Show's over," he says, and nails the door shut again, tighter than he found it. Bedtime, finally. "Sadie, quiet down," Roger calls to the dog outside, same routine every night. Except tonight, the routine breaks. Carolyn calls the dog in from the yard, same as always. Sadie won't come. She stands at the edge of the porch light, staring past it, into the dark past the tree line. "I don't know what her problem is," Roger says. "I couldn't get her inside." Carolyn goes to bed anyway. The house looks peaceful from outside, almost. Whatever's keeping that dog out, there hasn't gone to sleep at all. Morning comes, and the house comes with a few extra tenants, furniture, trunks, things the last owners never bothered to take. "What do we do with all this stuff?" Carolyn asks. "Keep it," Roger says. "Might be worth something. Maybe there's real value in the antiques," someone adds. "We should go through them though, just to be safe." Roger heads up to check if the furnace even works. Somewhere behind him, in a room nobody's checked twice, a woman in white stands very still. "Mom, where's Sadie?" Nobody's seen her since breakfast. April runs for the house, calling the name over and over. "Sadie, just Sadie." The whole family fans out across the yard, checking corners a dog shouldn't be able to reach on her own. "That's strange," someone finally says. "It really is. She's never wandered off before, not like this. Sadie doesn't come, not this time." Cut to Monroe, Connecticut, the Warrens' house. This is where the dangerous stuff ends up. Not even the toy monkey leaves. A priest comes by every month to bless the room. "It's safer," Ed says, "if these things stay locked up here." "Why not just burn them?" someone asks. Ed shakes his head. "Some doors, once open, don't close again." The Annabelle doll is already inside, behind glass, waiting with the rest. "Darling, what are you doing?" Lorraine asks, catching Edmund project. He's holding up a case file. "Georgiana, another doll, another story nobody wants before dinner." "A very powerful demon is attached to this one," Ed says, like he's talking about the weather. "Georgiana's taking Judy somewhere," a voice calls from the hallway. "Fine," Ed says, "go ahead." Dinner, finally, a normal one or close to it for once. "Go get dressed," Lorraine tells Judy. "And no, you may not use that at the table." "Hey, what's going on in here?" Ed asks, walking in on something he probably shouldn't have. "Let's see what you can actually eat," someone says, half joking, half not. "No sugar, thanks." He's not a skeptic, Lorraine adds, defending someone's honor at the table. "Stop blaming yourself," she tells him, quieter now. "It wasn't your fault." Back at the farmhouse, something wakes the girls in the dark. "Not funny, Nancy," one of them snaps. "I didn't do anything," the other insists. "Don't blame me, it was you." "It's Cindy," Nancy says, half asleep herself. "She's in my room, sleepwalking again. I've never seen her do that before," Carolyn admits, watching her daughter drift down the hallway like she's following something only she can see. Nobody wakes her. "Let's just get you back to bed, honey," Carolyn says instead, gently steering her by the shoulders. "Who are you talking to?" Carolyn asks. "Rory," April says, "my new friend, really." "You want to see him?" April asks. "Here's how it works. Remember, you can ask me for 3 claps. 1, 2, 3, it's a game mostly. Please, nobody ever lets me play, she says, and someone finally gives in. Fine, fine, first clap, but April saves one more rule for last, almost like an afterthought. When the music stops, you see him in the mirror, right behind you. Blindfold on, hands out, the game again. April counts, second clap, damn it, someone mutters. Here I come, Carolyn warns, feeling her way through the dark. April, where are you? You took the blindfold off. Carolyn says, I wouldn't know. April says, you weren't close. I was in Christine and Nancy's room the whole time. Nobody explains how. Downstairs, Roger's on the phone about the truck. He needs the routes or the insurance lapses. Thanks, he says, bed everyone. It's late. A child sleeps with a teddy bear undisturbed for now. Nancy, wake up. Someone's checking on someone else in the dark, quietly, without turning on the light. What are you doing? One of them asks. Are you okay? I don't know, comes the answer. There's that smell again, the one nobody wants to name. Nobody names it anyway. Nobody has to. He's standing right behind you. Christine. The door won't open. Christine, no. Where, honey? There's nothing here, Carolyn says, holding her tight. Nobody's here. I was sleeping, Christine says, and something grabbed my feet. I thought it was Nancy. Nancy tells them. It wasn't. It didn't speak to me, Christine says. Honey, I'm sure it was just a nightmare. Roger tells her, the line every parent uses, whether they believe it or not. It said. Christine says, cutting through the reassurance. It said it wanted my family to die. 15 years and you could have lied to me the whole time, Ed says. I know you're scared it'll happen again, he adds, quieter. Yes, Lorraine admits. Truthfully, yes. Maybe it's time we take a break, he says. Write that book. What did you even say, she asks, on our wedding night? After that, he reminds her. You said God brought us together for a reason. We isolated the noise in the attic, Ed tells the family, setting up his equipment like he's done this 100 times. I want you to hear this. Do it again, he says. Listen, these boards expand, rub together, that's the sound, plain and simple. Usually, Ed adds, almost as an afterthought, there's a rational explanation. Usually. A label on a bottle, easy to miss. Carolyn Perrin, take 2 a day for iron deficiency. Nobody thinks twice about it, not yet. Lorraine walks the hallway alone, one hand trailing the wall like she's reading it. She's listening for something the house won't say out loud. Old photographs line the wall, children mostly, their faces worn soft with age. Some have fallen or been taken down. She finds them scattered on the floor by the staircase, face up, like someone wanted them found. Nobody moved them, not that anyone in this house will admit to. Whoever you are, one of the girls warns the dark, I'm going to lock you in. It's brave for 8 years old. The house doesn't answer, not with words. Someone's on the ground, someone's calling for help. And somewhere in what might be a dream or might not be, a figure hangs upside down from a rope, perfectly still. By candlelight, someone asks again, want to play hide and clap? The door creaks open on its own. Andrea wakes up screaming and nobody in the house sleeps through it. Help her, it's Andrea, someone shouts. Who's even here? What happened? Someone, anyone, tell them what just happened in this house. Nobody has an answer yet. Ed walks the room through a case file nobody wants. The victim was abused by his father. Look at the eyes, Ed says. They cried blood. An inverted cross rose from inside him. An exorcism can be dangerous. For the victim, for everyone in the room. This brings us, Ed says, to the 3 stages of demonic activity. Infestation. That's the first, small, deniable, easy to explain away. It builds into oppression, the second stage, and that's when it targets someone already vulnerable. Weaken them enough and it moves to the third and final stage, possession. After the lecture, Carolyn finds them. My 5 daughters are terrified, she says. They have a daughter too. They agree to come. The drive out is quiet. Then the house itself, white, tall, half swallowed by bare trees. Hi, nice to meet you, Roger. Ed Warren. Thanks for coming, Roger says. Come in. 5 daughters line up to meet them. Andrea the oldest and April the youngest. These are Mr. and Mrs. Warren, Carolyn tells the girls, and 5 pairs of eyes take in 2 strangers who might actually believe them. The girls feel safer down here, Carolyn explains. Warmer too, I keep the heat running and the house stays cold anyway. The furnace checks out fine as far as anyone can tell. There's a smell some nights, rotten like decomposing meat. It's like that all night, gone by morning. Even the birds outside act strange. Framed photos keep falling off this wall, so they stopped hanging them back up. Show me the basement, Ed says. Lorraine notices the bruises first. April has her explanation. His name is Rory. Would you mind if I met him? Outside, past the tree line, there's a lake nobody mentions. A dock, still water, dense trees pressing in close. Lorraine walks toward the old tree behind the house instead, the one with the house looming just past it in every direction she turns. Hey, someone calls out. She doesn't answer right away. What's wrong, they ask. Something's wrong. She's just not ready to say what yet. Lorraine and I feel your house needs a cleansing, Ed finally tells them. An exorcism. I thought that was something done to people, Roger says, thrown by the idea. I've been seeing the entity that lives in this house, Lorraine says, and on this land. I saw her the moment I crossed your doorway. She was clinging to your back. This entity has attached itself to your whole family, she explains. Sometimes a possession works like gum stuck to a shoe. You don't notice until it's everywhere. This one worries me most. It's full of hate. Before any of that, though, the church has to authorize it. Are your daughters baptized? Ed asks. No, Carolyn admits. We don't go to church much. So far, Ed says it hasn't done anything violent. That's a good sign. Across town, Judy holds up 2 matching lockets. One for you, one for me, she tells her mother. She's put a photo of you and Dad and mine. Ed dictates into a recorder, methodical. Here with Carolyn Perrin, he says, this one feels different. The research comes back thick. Built in 1863 by a man named Jedson Sherman, married to a woman called Bathsheba. Ed Lorraine says she's related to Marytown Estee, one of the women hanged as a witch in Salem. Time of death, 3:07 in the morning. Write that down. It won't be the last time that number shows up. Her last name was Walker by the time she died, still living on that same land in the 1930s. Rory, her son, vanished in the woods outside and nobody ever found him. Then Bathsheba hanged herself. In the basement, from the branch right above where you're standing now, someone adds, pointing at the tree in the yard. How does a mother kill her own child? Witches believe it raises their standing with Satan, Lorraine says. That's the whole reason. Brad's here, someone calls out. Drew, this is Officer Brad. Take this, Ed says, handing off equipment like it's nothing. Hi, Roger. The crew's doubled overnight and so has everything they're bringing into the house. Brad, hand me a thermostat. Temperature drops, trigger the camera. You actually have photos of this stuff, someone asks. Every room gets wired. Home move is on the wall. We'll start over, Carolyn says. A new house, a new beginning. The last footage anyone will shoot here. Room 1, room 3, room 4. Every bedroom gets a number and a camera pointed at it. We're getting signal from every room, Ed confirms. Good. By nightfall, there isn't a single corner of that house the team can't see on paper anyway. Diane, careful, someone whispers, moving through the dark with a flashlight. How that's strange, Lorraine says, stopping cold. A digital clock on the nightstand reads 3:07. A draft's never done that to me before, she says. Now it reads 3:08. Nobody in the room needs it explained twice. Let me see your glasses, someone says at the dinner table, and for a minute it's just a normal house again. I'm heading out, Brad says. I think the girls feel safe with you. I could get used to this, someone says. What a lovely family. Outside, wind chimes turn slowly on the porch. For one evening at least, the house just looks like a house. I'm fine, Carolyn insists. You're sick, Roger says, not buying it. I woke up nauseous, she admits. I thought I saw. 2 months ago, we were working a different case, Ed tells them, quieter than usual. He saw something. He stopped talking, stopped eating, didn't leave his room for 8 days. Look what she made me do, Carolyn says, and nobody in the room knows quite how to respond. Ed, I saw someone, she says, a woman dressed like a maid. Why do we even need photos of Cindy? Someone mutters, setting up another camera. She didn't trigger it, a voice says from the dark. Who's there? Cindy, walking again, eyes open, seeing nothing in this room. This way, someone tells her gently, you're safe. Where did it go, Ed? The windows are closed, someone confirms, closed the whole time, nobody could have gotten in or out. Brad, get the UV light. Drew, I need it now. Here, go, turn off the light, move. Every command comes faster than the last and nobody's raising their voice yet, which somehow makes it worse. Something in this house just proved it doesn't need a door. Turn on the light. Under the UV glow, something on the closet floor lights up, a hiding spot nobody built for a child this small. Honey, can you hand me April's music box? Someone asks very carefully. There it is. Whatever's been hiding in this house has a name and now it has an address too. Lorraine, the word gets shouted through the house like an alarm until someone finally reaches her. Nobody says out loud what they found her doing. How's Cindy? Someone asks. She doesn't remember any of it, comes the answer, not the staircase, not the hallway, none of it. She made me do it, Carolyn says later, to no one in particular. Nobody in the room is sure anymore who she means by she. Take her, Dad, help me, Nancy. 2 bodies hit the floor before anyone can reach them. It's okay, someone keeps repeating. You got it on film, someone confirms. I'll develop this and get it straight to Father Gordon, Ed says. He's our contact at the church. Look, I'll go get the exorcist myself, Ed says. But Lorraine, he doesn't finish the sentence. Ed, thank you for everything, someone tells him. That's it then, that's everything they have. Miles away at a quiet lake, a small voice calls out, Mom, back home. Judy answers the phone and something in her voice stops Lorraine cold. Lorraine, what's wrong? Can you go check on her, please? Tell me what's happening, Ed says. It's Judy. What the hell just happened? Somebody asks. And nobody has an answer yet. Let's get out of here. We've never seen anything like this, the priest admits, flipping through Ed's photographs. They don't have much time, Lorraine tells him. I'll push this through myself, he says. Back home, alone with the babysitter, Judy hears something at her bedroom door. Judy, something answers instead. Help me, it says. Someone's rocking in the chair with Annabelle, a voice says, and every adult in the room goes still at once. It's fine, someone insists, not sounding fine at all. The doll's still in the box. It never left. Nobody checks twice to be sure, and nobody says why. Everything's fine, Roger repeats, mostly to himself, like saying it enough times might make it true. She's gone, where, he asks. She's gone, I don't know where, comes the answer. This is Roger, something's wrong with Carolyn. Andrea says she left the house with Christine and April. Roger, get back to the house, Ed tells him. I'll meet you there, I'm coming with you. No, stay with Judy. Let's finish this together, someone says, and means it as a promise. It's locked. Carolyn, Roger, down here. Carolyn, no, 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 hold her hand. Get the scissors away from her now. Nobody asks how she got down there in the first place or how long she's had them. She won't let her leave, someone says, and for a second nobody understands. What do you mean, Roger asks. If we take her off this property, the witch kills her, that's what it means. Roger, there's a name for what's happening now, and it isn't good news for anyone. Take her to the car and go where exactly? Nobody has an answer for that. Where's April? April, go inside, someone tells a frightened child. Stay here. I have to find April, Roger says, already moving toward the tree line. I'll come back, I promise you that. You have to leave, I have to do the exorcism, Lorraine says, flat and final. You can do it, someone tells her, but you have to leave. I won't leave you, comes the answer. I'll get the book. April, they find her. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, Lorraine begins the oldest words available for the oldest problem there is. Someone's tied to a chair with a strip of torn cloth, and it isn't for their comfort. In the name of the Father. Somewhere behind the words, a hand closes around a knife nobody remembers picking up. Come hold her down, someone shouts. Come hold her down. Whatever's answering Lorraine's Latin isn't answering politely. And the ritual has barely even started. Ed, you're killing her, stop. Roger, help me. I command you to show yourself. Someone's lowered down, slow, careful. Ed, careful, hold her, don't let go no matter what. We're losing her, Roger. Damn it, leave my family alone. Let her go. Damn it, let her go. And now, a voice says through Carolyn's mouth, all of you will die. She's gone, someone says, found her. Under the house, under the kitchen, Bathsheba. By the power of God, I condemn you back to hell. You can't give up now. Don't let her do this to you. Fight, you're stronger than she is. Keep going, Roger. You said they were everything to you, the voice says, and for a moment the beach comes back. This is what you'd be leaving behind. You said you'd never forget it. You have to stay with us. Come back, Carolyn. Mom. Carolyn's voice, when it finally comes, sounds like her own again. I love you so much. I'd rather fight an armed man, Ed says, and he isn't joking. You did well, Lorraine tells him. A draft did that to you, somebody says about a bruise, and everybody in the room knows better than to argue with that particular lie. Very good, Ed says quietly. Outside, 5 girls and their parents sit together on the grass, not saying much, not needing to. The house behind them looks like any other house. Aaron family. The Warrens, 2 photographs side by side, the way this case ends up filed. Ghost hunters give a second lecture here. One clipping reads, Plague of ritual sacrifices in a small town, says another. Abominable apparition captured on film. Cemetery photographed at night, 2 headstones leaning toward each other. Investigators use contemporary ghost hunting, and newspaper insists like there's an old-fashioned kind. Malevolent spirit torments how. Every clipping, every photograph ends up in the same place, a locked room full of things nobody should have kept, and one doll behind glass that started all of this. The case is closed. The room never is. If you want to see what's waiting behind the next locked door, that's exactly where the next recap picks up. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss it.